Welcome to Truth Unveiled. Today we'll be discussing how Nigeria went from runaway printing presses, FS arbitrage, playgrounds, and pied-eyed subsidy debts into a reform highway that could reshape everything. So between 2020 and 2023, through COVID pressures and reckless fiscal habits, the Nigerian federal government leaned heavily on ways and means from the central bank, printing money in effect.
By the time President Tinubu took office, the economic debris of this nation had become too conspicuous to be ignored. 22.7 trillion, we're all journalists here, we know this, had been printed and injected into the economy in the name of ways and means.
By May 2023, the overdraft had become so massive that the National Assembly had to securitize 22.7 trillion, converting it into long-term securities, stretching repayments over 40 years at 9% interest. That wasn't just housekeeping, it was a confession. The system was broken and unsustainable. Meanwhile, Nigeria ran multiple exchange rates, official, parallel, and special windows. This opened the door to FX arbitrage. People making billions every day by simply flipping dollars without selling products or even offering any single services. Value creation was low. Rent extraction was sky high. Then came June 2023. The central bank unified the FX market, one window, one rate. Painful for some, but necessary to kill the arbitrage racket and bring transparency back. So subsidies, especially the fuel subsidy, were bleeding the treasury dry. Arrears sped up until the NNPC was forced into crude-backed financing, pledging future oil cargoes to raise cash for today. It kept the system afloat, but at a cost. Nigerians' future barriers were mortgaged and the nation was heading toward the edge. Then came the reset button. From 2023-2024, under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration, the reckless regime of print first, pay later began to roll back. Ways and means overdrafts were curtailed. Legal oversight were tightened. Then two bold reforms followed: the FX unification and subsidy removal. Painful, yes, but structurally necessary. And what did they give Nigeria? Investor trust, clearer rates, less manipulation, reduced leakages, because subsidies and dual FX windows had become rent seeker magnets. And of course, it gave us a chance to stabilize if inflation is managed and borrowing stays disciplined. But households feel the pinch: fuel prices, transport costs, everyday living. But history teaches us reform always demands sacrifice before reward. My people, whether you voted for the administration or not, whether you like the pace or the pain, know this: some reforms are unavoidable. The old system was designed to collapse. Tinubu's government has taken the hard steps many thought impossible, ending the free ride, shutting down arbitrage, and enforcing fiscal discipline. So now is our turn. Engage, ask questions, push for transparency, demand that the sacrifice is matched with results. If they succeed, Nigeria wins, and if they fail, we make the reckoning loud. This has been Truth Unveiled. My name is Osigo Moikiroda, the principal and CEO of Bush Radio Academy.